Hey folks, Poverty Point Customs here. Well, this is my 2023 Cub Cadet XT2 SLX 50. So I just purchased this a few days ago. What we're going to do is its first service, so we're going to do the engine oil and filter. So this engine here has a Kohler 7000 series 24 horsepower engine. What you're going to need is 2 liters of oil, 10W30. I'm actually switching over to synthetic in this tractor. I've cross-referenced the oil filter, so we have a CarQuest R85348 filter, which is going to match up with the Kohler factory filter. The reason I'm doing this is these are easily available in my area. You're going to need paper towel and something to put the oil into. First things first, you want to run the motor for about a minute or two. You want to warm it up and get the sediment in the oil flowing. So on the left side of the motor, this is where the oil comes out. So you're going to open this cap here. And what you want to do is twist this counterclockwise and pull it out. And that's going to release the oil through here. Once we do that, we'll pull out the dipstick. And this will help flow out the oil a lot quicker. So we're going to let that drain. So you can see how dirty that oil is, and that's only 18 hours. But this is the first oil change on this. Alright, once that's been finished draining, you can push it in, turn it clockwise. You can see it fits in the notch. Put your little cover back on, give it a quick wipe if there's any drips. Next step is to remove the oil filter. What I'm going to do is actually put some paper towel underneath of it. As you can see, the oil filter is over top of the frame, so the oil will drip on the frame. So this will help catch it. So once you've removed the oil filter, you want to make sure that there's no stuck gaskets. So you want to clean this area. So there's the factory Kohler oil filter, and here's my replacement. Again, I've matched this up through cross-referencing. You can see it's a little bit bigger. That's not going to be an issue. You want to make sure everything's the same here, that everything lines up, the thread depths are the same. One thing I've always done is pre-fill my oil filters. This helps with dry starts, and as you can see in there, the oil is going to soak into the paper filament inside the filter, and after that you want to make sure you put a little bit of oil along the gasket. The next step is we're going to screw this on. So you want it till the filter gasket touches the engine block, and I usually go about 3/4 of a turn. You don't want to over tighten this. So this calls for 2 liters. So we've already put a little bit in the filter, so we're going to put about 1.25 liters in here, and then we're going to check the oil level. Alright, so it's at the bottom of the low, so there's the full and low mark, so we want it in the middle or a little bit more towards the full, so we're going to put a little more oil in it. Alright, so I topped it up so it's just below the full mark. So what we're going to do is run the tractor for about 30 seconds, let the oil circulate through the engine and the oil filter, and then we're going to check the oil level again. Alright, so I let it run for about 45 seconds and I checked the oil and topped it up just a little bit. What you also want to do too is check for leaks around your filter and where you drain out your oil. And it's also a good time to actually grease your spindles. There's one on each side right here, so 2 grease points. So I usually put about 30 hours a year in mowing on my lawn tractor. So I'll do the oil and filter once a year, or again every 30 hours or so. Again, this has roughly 18.1 hours on it. So I always put the date and the hours on my oil filter, and don't forget to. And there you go, we're all done. It literally takes no tools as long as you can get your oil filter off, which this one was on pretty snug, but again, this is the first oil change. So the next video on this is actually going to be doing the safety bypass on the seat. I find as soon as I wiggle around a little bit, the tractor shuts off, so we're going to deal with that. Well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos, make sure you post them below. Thanks for watching.